This next video is on the Salesperson Summary Report. From the home page, you're going to click on the Reporting tab up at the top, Salespeople, and Salesperson Summary. This will bring you into the Salesperson Summary Report. First thing you'll see is a report name, so if you wanted to type in a name for the report, you could do that to the right of report name. You could select your criteria and you could click on Save Report. Then in the future you can come in the screen and click on the magnifying glass icon, the lookup, and select that report at any time and add job and run. If you don't want to name and save the report, you can just leave that blank. Then you have the output method. The default is PDF, which is just the report format where you view it or you can print it out. The other options, if you click on the drop down, are Excel or CSV. We're going to go ahead and do this in PDF. You have two different tabs, the report options and the report criteria. We're going to start with the report options. So you have the first text box of how do you want to group your data. To the right of Group By, we're going to click on the drop down and your options are to group it by either suppliers or class. So this will sort each salesperson by what they sold in the suppliers or the class. So it'll list the salesperson and it will show the suppliers and what they sold, or if you choose class, it'll show the salesperson and the classes that they sold in. We're going to go ahead and do suppliers for this report. Then the next part is which period would you like to analyze. So this is a sales period. To the right of that you can click on the drop down and your options are week to date, previous week, month to date, previous month, season to date, previous season, year to date, year to last month, previous year, last number of months, last number of weeks, last number of days, select dates, yesterday and today. I'm going to go ahead and select previous month for this example. Then you have how do you display coupons. So to the right of coupons, if you click on the drop down, it's None, Summary, or Detail. So if you wanted to display the coupons that you have created on this report in a summary fashion, you can click on Summary. If you want to know detail, you can do Detail or just leave it at None. We're going to click on Detail for this report. Then to the top right, we have a class depth. So the number of levels to display. You want to leave it blank if you want to look at all your classes. So we're running this by supplier and we want to look at all our classes, so we just leave it blank. If you just wanted to look at the top level, say you had a couple levels of classes and you wanted to look at the top level, you could put a 1 there. You know, if you had 3 levels and you wanted to look at the first and second level, you would put 2 and that would just display the first 2 levels and not the third level. Then we have what fields do you want to include. If you want to include the SKU subtotals, you'll check that checkbox. And then if you want to include the cashier summary, you can check that box to the left of Include Cashier Summary. This obviously makes it a longer report if you include that SKU detail. Then we have what users would you like to include. You can include unimproved users, you can include disabled users, and you can include deleted users, or not include any of those. I'm going to go ahead and check all of these for this example. Then we have the Report Criteria tab. Since we're at the top level, the store owner level at the top right hand corner, this is why it shows the by store and the by store state. If you had been navigated to, like, say, store 1, you would not see this by store and by store state because we're already at store 1, and that's what the report would be for. So since we're at the store owner level, you can do it for a store, a couple stores, all your stores. If you want to do it for all your stores, you just leave this blank. Then you have by supplier. If you wanted to do this report just for a particular supplier, maybe you're doing a special promotion on Nike and you want to know all the SKUs that each salesperson has sold in Nike. Maybe Nike is doing a special promotion that if you sell so many Nikes, they'll give you a gift card. Then this is a great way to do this and just narrow this down to see exactly what each person has sold in each supplier, which in this case it would just be Nike, and it would show all the SKUs that they've sold. Then you can also narrow it down by class if you wanted to look at a class or classes, color or colors, SKU or SKUs. You have product custom entries. You have salespeople if you just want a particular salesperson or a few salespeople that you can select. And you can do it by coupon code as well. You can also exclude any of this criteria. So if you wanted to run a report for everybody except for Nike, you could put Nike for the supplier and you could click on the exclude checkbox. In this example, I'm just going to leave everything blank because I want a report of all of my salespeople sorted by supplier. And then I'm going to click on Add Job and Run. This will bring you to the report history, and we can go ahead and select this report and open it up. And now we're looking at the Salesperson Summary Report. So you'll see how you grouped this report. We did it by suppliers. We did the date range of July 1st through 31st. We're looking at the detail of the coupons, and it's going to show you the store. It's going to show you the salesperson. And since we did SKUs, it's not only going to show you the supplier, but it's going to show you each SKU that this person sold under each supplier. You're going to see the quantity. You're going to see the net sales. You're going to see the percent of quantity and the percent of net sales. If you scroll down, we're also going to see any coupons, and then you're going to see the totals. Besides the total sales, if they had any voided tickets, you'll also see those voided tickets, the quantity and the amount. The other thing that you will also see if there was any refunded tickets that this cashier had, or if there was any perks. We also provide a summary by supplier at the end, so you can just see a summary for each supplier, the total quantity, the net sales, and the percentages, and then a complete total. And here's your complete total, the total sales, voided tickets, and refunded tickets. And then the last thing that you're going to see is, since we selected a cashier summary, you're going to see this cashier summary of each cashier, how many items they actually rang up, regular layaway and special order pickup, the coupons, their total tickets, and then also their tickets with account numbers and their tickets without account numbers. So you can really see if they are putting people on your customer list or not. On this report, you can easily just go to the next page by clicking on the next page icon or the previous page icon. You can go to the last page by clicking on the last page icon, or the first page by clicking on the first page icon, or you can use your scroll bar to the right to go up and down. You can save this somewhere to your hard drive. You can print this to your printer. You can email this to somebody, and you can click on the search and search for something on this report. So this gives you another great report to analyze your salespeople through the Salesperson Summary.